guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Mimi and this is Mimi React. On this channel, I react to TV shows, pop culture news, and all the things. So we're going to get right into today's video because I don't want it to be too long. But we're going to talk about marriage, divorce, co-parenting, and a little R&B stuff. But the first thing I want to talk about, Mariah Carey. She has an album out. It's a really good album. I listened to it last week, or I think a week and a half ago. It was a really good album, and she has been like on tour, like a press tour, you know, promoting the album. She was on a couple of radio show and a couple of podcasts. So I saw a specific interview. I didn't watch the entire interview. I saw like a clip from it where she was asked about co-parenting with Nick Cannon and what that is like. And pretty much, let's just say if sorry to that man was a person, it'll be Mariah Carey.
I'm curious about you and your two children and how you navigate, because you're a co-parent with Nick Cannon, how you navigate co-parenting when his life is so public.
I kind of feel like it's best if I don't talk about him because he can just be in his own world. No offense to him.
No offense to him.
So as y'all can see her answer to the question, she was like, pretty much, I ain't trying to talk about that man, okay? And I understand because Nick Cannon was just on The Breakfast Club not long ago where he was asked about, you know, having so many kids. And he said that what led to him having so many kids is the trauma that he went through from the divorce from Mariah Carey.
Obviously, too, a lot of it, if we're being completely honest, a lot of it is the trauma that I was experiencing of not knowing how to handle divorce. You know what I mean? And like me acting out because I'm like, oh, I'm the man now, and I can. And instead of healing and doing what I should have actually did, I just jumped out there, and because I had everything from wilding out,
I think Mariah probably felt away about that because yeah, it's your story, it's your situation. Maybe she felt away about how Nick Cannon went about that question. Maybe that's why she didn't want to address him. And also, I was just thinking about it. I'm like, I do kind of understand where Nick Cannon was coming from because a lot of times when people go through divorce, right? Society, family members, we all like would check on the wife, right? Are you okay? What's going on? Are you fine? Are you good? You need therapy? People don't really check on the husband. Like, people don't really check on the husband because we just assume, oh, he's the reason why they're getting a divorce, so he doesn't need any sympathy. But no, that's not the case. A lot of times, even people that are the cause of the divorce needs therapy, needs help, needs support. And I think that's where Nick Cannon was coming from. Maybe he didn't get no support after the divorce, and he just like went right into another relationship and another relationship because his kids are like back to back. Like, I don't even think he took time to go to therapy to heal, because if he did take time to go to therapy and heal, like, it would not have turned out like this. So I feel like maybe Mariah was like, okay, I'm not saying this is how she was feeling. I'm just assuming, okay, you went through a divorce, a traumatic divorce. I went through it too. So why are you, making it seem this way? Because people would easily assume, oh, Mariah probably, we don't know how much he got from her or how much she got from him, right? Because, there's kids involved. But, she probably didn't want to get into it. She was like, I'd rather not talk about that man. And I felt that. I was like, yeah, she's like, sorry to that man, but I ain't talking about him. And I thought, I was like, her not saying anything about him told us everything that we need to know, right? Told us that they're not in good parenting, co-parenting terms. She don't rock with him like that. And maybe she was also trying to do that out of respect for her kids because If she really get into details, we don't know how her kids will feel if they see it, because her kids are older, and also we don't know how they will feel later on if they go on the internet, because these celebrity kids, even the younger ones, when they get older, they see everything. So Mariah was like, sorry to that man, she did not get into it. So I want to know in the comment, how do you guys feel? Do you think she approached it the right way? Because I personally think, right, whether or not she would have answered the question, she still would have went viral like it did, right? It still would have get attention. People still would have talked about it. So I think she did the best that she could. And come on, it's Mariah. She's in her 50s. She's not going to sit on this podcast or on this interview and air her business. She's too old for that. She's too mature for that. She's not going to do that. So I think she approached it the best way she could, and she had to do what she had to do. So let me know in the comment, how do y'all feel about that whole that interview and how she answered that question. The next thing I want to talk about is, I don't think I've ever talked about Kim K on my channel. Kim Kardashian? I don't think so. But maybe if I did, I don't remember. But I saw an interview with of Kim Kardashian where she was asked about co-parenting. Same question she was asked about her and Kanye West. What does co-parenting look like, and what is it? What is it entails? And Kim K, unlike Mariah, she went into details, right? She didn't get into like deep details or like the nitty gritty that people were looking for, but she told enough. She pretty much was like, there's no co-parenting. I'm the one that take care of these kids, and I have not spoken to that man in a couple months. And she said that she does support Kanye West having a relationship with the kids. He is in their lives when he feel like being in their life, when he reached out and want to be with the kids. But she says she also protects her kids when need be.
What do you think co-parenting with Kanye West is like?
Well, yeah, I guess that's what I'm curious. I'm wondering, how are you doing and how much is on you, Kim?
It's not easy. But I mean, I raise the kids, full time. They live with me, and I welcome a great, healthy relationship with my kids and their dad. And I think, he knows that. I push for it all the time, but I also protect them when, it's time for that, and it goes in waves and phases, and it's, a lot of work.
But it pretty much told us everything that we need to know, right? But my only concern is, I feel like no matter how terrible a man is or was as a husband, we should never use that to weaponize their relationship with their children. This is what I mean. Every horrible husband is not a horrible dad. We don't know Kanye West, we don't know the type of person he is, but from what we've seen on the internet when North West was younger, they had pretty, I guess, decent relationship through pictures and things like that. So I feel, even though, unless the kids are in danger, we don't know what the situation is, unless the kids, their health, their physical health, their mental health, spiritual health, all of those things are in danger, then you could probably, try to separate that relationship. But in this case, we don't know, right? We don't know if that's the situation with Kim and the kids. But I feel like this is not just even Kim K, right? This happens a lot. A lot of times when women, whether they were married or not, the relationship doesn't work out, they tend to, because of the bitterness that they had towards that man, they tend to use that to weaponize the relationship of the man and his children, or his child if they only have one child. It happens a lot, and I think it's really doing nothing but damage to the child, because that child is going to grow up and thinking daddy is a horrible and terrible person. Meanwhile, a lot of times, I'm not saying all the time, but sometimes daddy is probably trying to be active father in that child's life, but mommy is pushing daddy away. So in that situation, that happens a lot. But I don't know about Kanye West situation. I'm just speaking from what I've observed in years from situations, TV shows, and things of that nature. But this isn't just me saying, like, I feel like even through divorce, through a nasty relationship or whatever, relationship breakup or whatever, if that man is a good dad, if that man is a good father, if that woman is a good mom, because sometimes men do it too. Men file for full custody and try to get the kids out away from the mom. If that person is a good parent, they might be a terrible spouse, but if they're a good parent, you should still try to keep them in that child's life, especially if they're boys, because boys need their dads in their lives. Boys need their dad in their lives. Girls do too, because that's why a lot of women grow up and having daddy issues and don't know how to navigate relationships and things of that nature. Girls do too, but I'm just saying, like, especially in the Black community, that's why we have, like, a lot of times we see our Black men make decisions that they're not proud of because daddy was not in the house, because situation happened, mom and dad broke up, and mom don't want dad around, or mom is keeping daddy from the child from daddy, and or daddy's keeping the child from mommy, because it happens both ways too. So I think that's just my I guess my opinion. I feel like even no matter what the situation is, we don't know if the kids are in danger when they're in Kanye West's care, but I would doubt that is the situation. So I think Kim should still, like, try to have the relationship, try to, like, mediate the relationship between Kanye West and the kids, because I just think it's good for the kids. But hey, we don't know what the situation is, because there has been alleged that Kanye West has some mental illnesses, and maybe that could be a reason why she probably doesn't want him around the kids. Maybe he doesn't make rational decisions. So we don't know what the situation is, but whatever the situation is, I hope it gets better, because when I see North West on the internet and I'm like, this girl, I don't know how old she is. I don't even think she's like 15 yet, but like, she looks too grown. She needs some mentor. She needs some guidance. She needs a daddy in her life. That's just how I feel. But yeah, let me know how y'all feel about that whole situation, because I know, like, I'm an advocate for kids having both parents in their life, right? I'm a big advocate for that. Whether or not mommy and daddy are married, I'm an advocate for children having both parents in their lives. And when kids have both parents in their lives, studies have shown that they are academically successful, they're happier, they just, they blossom in life, they grow up to make better decisions because both parents were in their life. So that's just how I feel about that whole situation. But let me know how y'all feel about the two, Kim Kardashian's response and Mariah Carey, because I thought it was really interesting how both of these women were asked about co-parenting, but two different answers. But yeah, let me know how y'all feel. So the last thing I want to talk about in this video is Chris Brown. Yeah, I know I've talked about Chris Brown a few times on this channel because I am a fan of Chris Brown, and I've talked about him a few times on this channel. And this video that I saw a clip of him bringing Usher to his LA concert. To his Atlanta concert. And Usher is from Atlanta. So I thought it was just a beautiful thing to see, because we have seen, I think personally, this is the first time I've seen them both on stage. I don't think I've ever seen them back in the day. I don't think so. This was the first time I'm seeing them both on stage. And for years, we know the fans have put them against each other. Usher fans will come for Chris Brown fans, how, Usher is the legend. Chris Brown fan will do the same thing. I'm actually a fan of both of these people, right? Usher, I feel like Usher is a legend after Michael Jackson is Usher, and then I feel like Chris Brown is also a legend in his own in his own like rightful place. So I feel like both of these people are legends. But when you even look at it, even Chris Brown gave him props, saying that growing up he looked up to Usher. So of course, that's like somebody that inspired him, that motivated him. So Chris Brown, even at the end, gave Usher the props and, gave him his flowers and things like that. So it was just beautiful to see, because for years, like, we just assume that maybe these people don't get along because the fans have put them against each other for so long, and the fans this happens all the time. We see it with Davido and Wizkid. We see it with Nicki Minaj, with Cardi. We see it with all these people, right? Fans come and put all these people against each other, and sometimes these people don't even have no beef towards each other. It's just the fans that makes it look so bad. They did it for years with Brandy and Monica. So this is like something that's been happening for years, but it was just so beautiful to see Chris Brown bring Usher to the stage, and they share the stage together. I was looking at it and I was like, yo, this is my whole childhood in a reel. It was just beautiful to see. But let me know how y'all feel about this video. If you like videos like this, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share this video with people that you think will be entertained by this. And I want to say next month, November, will be a year since I started this channel. And we have come a long way. The support have been, really great. I just want to say thank y'all so much for, being consistent with me, watching my videos. I've been consistent. I've never took a break on this channel. I've been consistent since I started this channel. I've been posting. I think the longest I've gone was probably a week without posting, but I've been posting sometimes 3 times a week, and I've been consistent. So I just want to say thank y'all for supporting me on this journey. Thank y'all for being there, and thank y'all for watching my videos. Thank y'all for commenting. Even though sometimes I get the trolls that come at me for saying things that they don't like about their favorite celebrity or whatever, but that's what it's about, right? You're not going to agree with everything I say. So I don't take nothing people say about me personal at all. So I just want to say thank y'all so much, and I will see y'all in another one. Bye.